Hi there, I'm Zoot Java. Today I'd like to talk about facts with regards to the coronavirus, as I've gotten quite a few questions about it due to no solid information being offered to the general public. So I did a little digging, and the facts that I was able to find are these. The disease is highly infectious with an overly long incubation period of 14 to 26 days, where people can be asymptomatic. This means that you could be infectious and not realize it for over 2 weeks, or be in contact with someone who is infected. This makes quarantine and testing difficult for prevention. The death rate is low at 2.25% when you compare it to SARS or H1N1, which was around 60%. The sickness itself can be relatively mild. This is more when compared to the flu or a cold. People dying generally are immune compromised, sick already, or already older at around 60 plus years, or have other degenerative diseases. Men are more at risk, as are smokers and those with other lung issues. Children seem to have a less risky, milder version. The Chinese started it with a dry cough, progressing to a fever. The biggest problem is that it spreads quickly and an immunity doesn't develop. In other words, you can be infected again after already contracting this disease. There's a lot of reported cures floating around, but they're mostly misinformation. Once infected, hospitals have palliative care, respirators, and fluids being administered. Countries reporting little or no cases most likely have a lot more than they are willing to say. However, a lot of the countries could also either have just a lack of test kits or people not wanting to get tested and not showing up to get tested. There's a possibility that this will unfortunately become part of our normal seasonal cold flu disease grouping. So hopefully the cancellation of many groupings and shutting down large gatherings right now can stave this off while scientists work on an inoculation that can, with any luck, be ready for the upcoming year in order to keep it from becoming the worldwide monster that it has turned into this year. Still, stocking up on a few essential items won't hurt, but you can probably lay off the toilet paper, as I'm fairly certain that everybody has enough by now to cleanse their nether regions for quite some time. My take on this is basically just use your heads, don't be irrational, and when looking up information or listening to certain news programs, try to avoid conspiracy-driven blame-tossing shows, as they do nothing at all constructive. Causing you to panic is what a lot of the media is trying to stir up, as that gets them a lot of clicks. Don't help them out with this, as a lot of their information is wrong, and they know that. If they can just get you into a panic, it benefits them and them alone. Try and stay positive. Go about your days as ordinarily as possible. And now for the part that everybody's been waiting for, my bad joke. Why do they call women from the South belles? Well, that's because they always have a dong in them. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps me out. Hit the bell for notifications of more of my words of wisdom, and don't forget to share my content on all your social media, as I tend to get censored by all the usual suspects. Until later, have a Java on Zoot.